How many of us have them? Friends.
9 to 5.
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 In Chicago, it's getting cold.
Yeah, it's getting cold in DC. It's getting cold.
Do you miss the cold weather?
No, I don't miss any of the sort. It sounds and feels very ghetto.
I'm just trying to really figure out how in the world Summer just ain't even put in his 2 weeks notice. Summer legit just quit. It ain't come back from his lunch break. Said, "Fuck this job."
Fuck this job. It was in their car eating lunch. So you know what, man? I'm tired of these niggas.
And they decided not to come back.
They don't appreciate me. They haven't been outside not one fucking time. I ain't seen no fucking festivals, nothing. These niggas don't deserve me. Corona, fuck. I try my best to kill that shit, but these motherfuckers don't even try to come outside. You know what? Take Fall's ass.
Summer took his ball and went home, bro.
I think my problem is that like when I get back to LA, it's going to be 78, 80 degrees. So that's going to be fantastic. So this right now just feels like a joke, and I can't wait to get back.
I mean, I guess we might get to this later, but is it so like breathable in Los Angeles? Like, because the news has stopped covering the fires, so I don't actually know if they're happening or not. Because the news cycle said fuck that.
Fires don't matter.
Fires don't matter no more. So I don't.
They're taking away their TikTok. It doesn't matter anymore. We're all gonna perish
at some point.
Flames.
Welcome, episode 146 of the 9 to 5 podcast, part of the 9 to 5 podcast network about work, life, and balancing it all. This is your black ass host, Danny.
You got Kyle
and Torrance.
It's been a couple weeks, but we're back, baby. That's my.
Was that Cockney? Was that a Cockney accent? Was that a?
It was not Liverpool.
It wasn't Liverpool. It was
what a little podcast here, eh?
Now you just sound like Oliver the fuck Twist.
You try to get on like the 5th season of Peaky Blinders.
Can I have some more?
All in different locations, as you can see.
No, we're not all in different locations for once.
2G.
You are in a different location.
Yeah.
So
he's in a different location. That's what he was saying.
You live from. If you're watching this on YouTube, this is a sneak peek into.
Why is he doing Quiet Storm?
You're here.
WHUR Radio.
5 more hours of Silk Backstreet. Teddy Riley.
I'm confused.
Coming to you live from 101.9, 9 to 5, 9.5 the jams. 95.95 FM.
Did you get the boot from the booth? What happened?
Giving you non-stop jams. All right.
Did they actually kick you out of the real booth?
No, we got guests. My sister's here, so I'll give her the booth.
Oh, okay. I forgot. You having family time this weekend. That's beautiful.
You know what it is. We're trying to do it big. But anyways, shout out to Silk. Shout out to my bedroom. As you can see, it's extremely decorated.
Baron.
Nice. I put these little shelves in right there, as you can see. That's about it. But no, anyways, we're alive here. Another fantastic week of being black in America. I've enjoyed it a lot. I'm safe, and everything is great. I was in Joshua Tree. That was exciting.
What's Joshua Tree for people who don't know?
It's a desert away from a lot of people.
Where is said desert?
Southern California.
Affluence. Go ahead.
What you live in? Wait.
No. You vacation.
Yeah, you vacation.
You vacationed in the middle of the desert.
Socially distant vacation. And this is also another thing too. I'm what you call well off. No, I'm just
No, hey, there wasn't no STEMI in that household.
Absolutely not. Not at all.
I'm what you
Jeez.
call affluence. No,
Affluent.
Jamal's in Jack and Jill.
Now that's how you know your child was in Jack and Jill.
You had to have Ashley sign him up. I know they would have let you in.
They let me in off of this my name. My name rings bells in this bitch.
I know you don't pass a certain test that Jack and Jill administers.
I'm about to say, child, that paper bag, I don't know.
You have to be smart or something?
No, not anymore. But like back in the day, like it was like legitimately like a paper bag type test.
It was so bad.
Oh, you couldn't be dark. Got it.
Yeah, like legit, like because I had friends in my like circle in elementary and middle school who were in Jack and Jill, but my parents never let me do it because my mom was like, your father wouldn't have been able to be in Jack and Jill back when he was a teenager, so why the fuck would we let you do it now? Yeah, nah, we good on that. But I knew some dark skinned people who were in it. Dark colored. Some dark coloreds. I knew some dark skinned people who were in it when we were kids.
They just sure did love a Jack and Jill.
And it sounds like that too. I remember going to the Jack and Jill parties.
Yeah, I went to a couple events with my friends who were in it.
Yeah, that was fantastic. But
doing coke in the bathrooms, I fucking hate my mom.
It's not a sorority mixer at Elon.
I'm trying real hard not to do a Torrance Got Notes on Elon, but it's coming.
Honestly, roast them. They deserve it.
Degree.
I'm about to fucking.
You already have your degree. They can't take it back.
I'm about to go to fucking on them, and I'm trying hard not to.
You got your degree. You think you know everything.
You fucking everything.
I mean, at this point, I don't think they're going to invite us back to do a live podcast anyway, so it don't really matter.
Right.
Ask me back.
You already won your Young Alumni Award, so
ask me back.
Me and Danny ain't getting that award.
Y'all could get it. Y'all could get it.
Nah, because I'm stepping on Connie's neck. I'm asking her questions every left and right. Every time I see her tweet, I'm asking her questions.
Did you play it?
Who else was gonna love me?
I'm gonna take that shit from you.
You got your degree, and you know every fucking thing.
You think you should never let me get this fucking Rodecaster Pro. I should be using this the whole time.
I'm about to take it from you.
Elon doing this the tight racial shit has been doing. That's been exciting to see, and I'm very proud of that as well. You see, there's like a Trump rally going through Haggard. That was tight.
That was nice. Yelling out and
through
screaming.
the middle of campus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. That's super exciting. Corona outbreaks. That's also extremely nice.
Yeah, I'm about to say I heard that like a bunch of students got it in like one day. Like 30 students reported.
20-something football players got it in one day.
This is what it was supposed to be, what it was going to be. You knew this was going to happen. You can't let kids. First of all, half the country doesn't think it exists, really.
Facts.
And to maybe their devil's advocate, there's our hot spots and other spots that aren't as prevalent. So like maybe they just don't know as many people that actually have it.
Correct.
So even us as Americans, I feel like before it was in America, we didn't necessarily take it that serious until, and even still, once there was like 1 or 2 cases, we were like, okay, but it's going to go away.
Oh no, absolutely.
So, somewhat, I can at least understand where they're coming from, but it's a real thing. People are dying. We can't rely on 19-year-olds to keep themselves safe.
But we need in-person classes, Danny.
I hate the idea of forcing students, like, number one, because obviously, you want your money, Elon. You want your money, universities, from this housing, because housing really is it. Like,
bread and butter.
That's really where it's at, is housing, truly.
Plans too, right? I would assume.
You said what?
Meal plans too, right?
Oh yeah, meal plans, all that.
Room and board is where they make their big chunks of money.
Like their big chunks of money, like living on campus in that way. And Elon has some great housing options. Like that's the thing. Like
elite.
It does.
Literally, I've been to many a school and have been in dorms, and we're like
many units on Elon's campus that were nicer than my some apartments I've lived in as an adult.
Absolutely. Like Mill Point was better than my spot in Inglewood. Like what's good? Like a whole grown ass man with an apartment, grown.
Yeah.
And
it's honestly hard to name a bad dorm. Maybe the historic joints.
That's like the only ones I would name is like the ones on historic campus that are 50,
but
70
those aren't
years
really
old.
even that bad. They're just older. But even those rooms are still like decent. They're hall. Like you have to share the bathroom with a hall, but like other than that, they're not like shitty dorm rooms.
Mm-mm. Not in the least.
No, those are like the nice dorms at many other schools I've been to.
Yes.
So.
Right. And as a student, you don't really have to share a room until like after freshman year, you can easily get your own room.
Easy.
I didn't share a room after freshman year.
Right. I know Torrance, you did junior year, right?
When I
in the house.
In the house, I sacrificed.
And that was a different situation.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
other than that, you don't really have to.
We thank you for your
I
sacrifice.
sacrificed.
We talking to Torrance like he's the troops. Thank you for your sacrifice.
Thank you
Torrance.
for your service.
Should we go into the black fact?
Yes, if you don't.
This one is a little controversial, but on today, September 20th in 1984, I don't know why he's playing on that damn soundboard.
I didn't mean to do that, but that was funny.
September 20th in 1984, an individual who is now super canceled and serving some time in the lockup, The Cosby Show premiered on NBC.
My name is.
Sorry.
What you doing?
What are you?
I'm trying to stop it.
I'm about to take it away from you because
you gotta tap it again to stop it once it starts playing.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're practicing your spare time. But yeah, that man who's in jail for doing some horrible things to many women for a good long while. That show came out. I just wanted to highlight it because it was an important show, regardless of who created it. Very important.
And it's a shame that we don't have that as a. I grew up on the Cosby Show, and it aired at least a couple of decades before I was born. 84. So like
8 years.
I wasn't watching the Cosby Show until like the late 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember at one point I knew damn near every episode.
And it only aired for 8 seasons, so it was off by the time we were born. So
I watched it.
Right.
Like I've seen every single episode of the Cosby Show.
Yeah, I started watching Boomerang, the TV show on BET this week. Good? It's okay. It's not bad. It's 10 episode seasons and there's 2 seasons, so it's like it's an easy watch. But there was a scene they were talking about the Cosby Show, and this one dude was like, "You can't take away my childhood." He was like, "So many of us didn't have fathers in the household, so like we saw that as like a black normal household should be in, like aspirational goals and stuff like that." So regardless of Cosby being a shithead and an awful fucking human being, that show was very important for our culture.
That was a fantastic show. If it comes on the television, I'm finna watch it.
Yeah, it's probably not going to come on the TV.
Not for a while. It was at one point. It was on TV One, and they were still playing it, but it stopped.
You might have to get like the DVD box set nowadays.
I don't think I would. Well, I kind of.
There's too many nasty people out here for them to. I'm not trying to. I don't want to sound like I'm taking up for Cosby.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to be like very nuanced in these conversations.
So many nasty people in Hollywood that I think eventually it'll come back to where like people will show it again because it's so like we're gonna not have a lot of TV to watch.
I think it'll be on like Bounce TV at like 10 p.m. at night. You know what I mean? I don't think it'll ever be played at like prime time hours ever again.
It used to be on Nick at Night at like 9:00 on weeknight. You know,
and be watching, man.
So I can definitely see it becoming like over the night TV. You know, from 3 to 5 in the morning, that block or whatever, or like a 12 to 2 or something like that. But it is what it is at this point.
It was a interesting show. A shame that his bitch ass was a nasty person in real life, but we still have Blackish. Hopefully Anthony Anderson isn't doing anything nasty.
And Tracy's perfect, so
yeah, she's a black queen.
Yes.
Torrance weekly news updates.
Yes. It's been a sad few days. R.I.P. RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She held on. She was holding on. Okay, that woman has been like, "Oh, I can get my chemo. Oh, I'm fine. Oh, I'll be back. I can still vote. I can still all those things." She was holding on, like until Trump left, and now it's just it.
She was an amazing presence in the legal field and for women's rights, human rights, honestly, across the board. The bench is really going to miss her, especially now that it's in a nice conservative majority.
Oh
So like I was like genuinely, when they announced that she died or whatever, I was like genuinely worried about the landscape of America. I think a lot of it's probably because of where I work. Given I work at a nonprofit that I won't name that does healthcare, especially for women. But I was like, oh fuck, work is gonna be wild on Monday, and this is Friday night. Shit, died. But I really wish she had honestly retired before before the last election. I think that would have been much better. I mean, she was 4 at that point, 83, something like that, with all these health complications. But an amazing life, legendary status. No one will ever forget her. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like hindsight is always 2020. I saw somebody else tweet that about like, why the fuck didn't she retire before Obama? But it's like,
I mean, I've
always
thought this though. Like that's something that was sat with me.
Right. No,
but yeah, no, I agree with you though.
But I think we also thought that Hillary. I think we all thought that there was no way Donald Trump was going to win, and Hillary pretty much damn near won the popular vote, or she did.
She did. She did win the popular vote. That's
it wasn't a far-fetched
idea. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I will say though that they're planning on nominating someone next week or this week, I guess I should say. So we'll see how that happens. I know a number of Republican senators have said that the next nomination should be up to the next president. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know where the potential vote would sit right now. If it did go to vote, like I don't know how many votes they would need.
Aren't they? Is it? Where is the rule? Or is there a rule that they can't or they should not elect?
It's more of like a common courtesy. So usually like an outgoing they don't usually. So for example, in 2016, Merrick Garland, Obama was going to nominate Merrick Garland to the bench or whatever, and then whatchamacallit, he had like a year and a half left in his term, honestly. And then Mitch was like, no, don't do it. And Obama was like, okay, Mitch. And then Mitch was like, you dumb Negro. And then
here we are.
4 years later, Mitch is like, hey, we got a Republican majority. Y'all elected us back. And we got a Republican incumbent. So why wouldn't we?
Why wouldn't we do this? Yeah.
Essentially. So they're going to try to ram it through there. Hopefully it doesn't happen. But if it does, we are honestly going to be very fucked for the next like 40 years on a constitutional basis.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, essentially. So I have my escape planned. I'm going to go back to LA and pack a bag, an emergency bag that has
overnight
all things.
Bag.
No, because it'll be multiple nights. So
you're not going to pack like a hoe bag, a weekend hoe bag?
Not a weekend hoe bag.
An international weekend hoe bag. An international weekend hoe bag is crazy. It's passport draws and like socks.
I get everything else when I get there.
I'll get shirt. I can get some shirts and some shorts and some pants when I get there, as long as I have enough draws.
Bag, like put some more shit in your fucking bag, nigga. I hate that shit.
That's like when you start throwing extra stuff in there. It's like this bag is too light.
Bag,
like why is this bag only halfway full? I need more in here.
What's the structure to this bag, nigga? You're a grown ass man. You got responsibilities. Fill that shit up with something, bro.
Hate you all. Anyway,
or definitely got a loose ass international bag. Go ahead.
Where are you going? Where's your escape plan to?
I'm not telling people on here because everybody's gonna try to go.
Tell us off mic.
Yeah, I'll tell y'all after.
The door's gonna be right in Tulum, nigga. Like everybody
else.
Tulum,
Mexico.
Tulum, like.
That's where everybody's going on vacation right now.
Is it? Oh, I was like,
Mama been in Tulum in the past like month and a half.
I didn't know about Tulum.
Mexico is like one of 3 countries that's open to us right now.
Yeah,
we'll take that money, nigga. This nigga gonna be in Cabo trying to be discreet. Like, nigga, we see the airport. Cabo saying, look right behind you, nigga. Your location is still shared on Twitter, sir. We see you.
I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna have an escape plan, Danny. You can be sitting here in Chicago, cold as a motherfucker. So frigid, okay, frozen, okay,
Hey, y'all, can y'all send me some shoes? I only
okay.
Socks and my passport.
Don't be a hood rat. Also in the news, TikTok is going to be canceled as of today, as of Sunday, allegedly. I know that the Supreme Court justice blocked Trump's like decision to ban WeChat. I don't know if TikTok was included in that.
I thought that it
supposed to be some
wasn't
deal.
getting banned now because it's getting sold.
There's a potential deal with like
Oracle,
Walmart
right?
and Oracle or something that they might.
But so that's the weird thing about the whole situation is like Trump's ties to Oracle, which is like the conflict of interest that everyone is talking about, which is why it's
Oracle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like the CFO like donated like millions of dollars to his campaign. Like Lily did a full rally to raise money for him, and he's like, I'm going to ban these people unless this. And there's initial, I think it was Microsoft that they were like, oh, Microsoft has, the upper hand because they're familiar with apps in this thing, and everyone thought Microsoft was going to win. But now it's looking like Oracle is going to get it. And they're like, why would a company like TikTok sell it to Oracle? That doesn't even make any sense. That's what a lot of experts and people, the sources are saying, like, oh, that doesn't make any sense to go to Oracle. It should definitely go to Microsoft because that's whatever. But as you look deeper into it, apparently Trump has some real heavy ties to them. Like, I think they did like a big raffle, or like people who donated a certain amount of money to Trump's campaign or like to this thing, they could like go and golf with Trump.
I mean, that makes sense. It's par for the course with all of his mega donors.
Yeah,
so, I mean, it makes sense.
It's definitely a weird situation, and like reading up on it, because I was like, why? Like, what about TikTok is really the issue? And obviously it's about privacy and all those things, but
also it's
these companies,
he's getting trolled on that platform 24/7.
Yeah, he's getting his ass dragged daily, hourly. People are putting all kinds of shit about him.
Even within our own country, then they find out that Facebook was watching people through cameras on Instagram.
Yeah, on Instagram. Yeah,
we're talking about. So all of a sudden, it's okay if Mark Zuckerberg does it, but it's not okay if another country does it. Like, it's all fucked up, in my opinion. Like,
absolutely.
I don't want anybody doing that far to take my data. So it's just like, it's just fake politics. Like, it's fake heroism. It's fake, all that shit.
All this shit is not real. Yeah. So I'm just kind of like praying I still get into heaven with my queer ass. So we're just holding on.
I will say though, with the latest operating system update from Apple, there's a lot of new like privacy settings and updates and security settings that they have. So like one thing is like there's like a colored dot that will show up in the top right hand corner that'll say if an app is like using its microphone, like while you're using the app or something like that. So like lets you know if you're potentially like being recorded or whatever.
Let me go this motherfucker update, because I'll be letting y'all do that first, and then I hear about.
I've been playing around with it. It's an interesting little update.
I got this free Amazon Echo for.
Overlord Bezos all up in your shit.
No. Let me finish. So I got it. It was for free. I was like, okay, let me just get this. I wanted like a little speaker for the bathroom and the back porch. And I thought that you could just like connect it via Bluetooth and just play off your shit like whenever.
Yeah, no.
You need like that. You need the Alexa app, and then on the Alexa app, then you can just like verbally say like, Alexa, play this. Alexa, so you can't just like
you have to set it up to your Wi-Fi and everything. My dad had got one for my grandmother and like had me set it up. It's a little too intrusive for my liking.
Yeah, like honestly. you can't just like go on your Apple app and just play it like a simple Bluetooth. I guess, and then
get you a regular ass Bluetooth speaker.
Dude, like I unplugged it. I'm like, I had it out. We had people over in the back porch, and I had it out, and I had it on mute after it started playing because it was too much. After that, I was like, this is the stupidest. I'm good on this.
Invasive.
Yeah, it's mad invasive.
I was talking to Ashley about like this solar charger, and it wasn't even like I was talking about it in detail. In the past 2 days, I've been getting so many little portable solar charger.
Mhm.
Sit here
They're
and-
always listening.
I'm like, nigga. Like,
Always.
it used to be like it would rarely happen. Like, oh, that kind of whatever. I remember one time I said something about going on a visit to North Dakota, or it was about when I got recruited for football. I was like, yeah, I almost went to North Dakota, and I got fucking Instagram ads about University of North Dakota for at least a month afterwards.
Mhm.
I'm like, bruh, what the and like.
It's out of control. Like my crazy one, like the one I always talk about is like I said pancakes, and I got ads about how to make the best pancakes.
Did you click on those ads?
I sure the fuck did.
Did you make those pancakes?
I sure the fuck did.
How were they?
They weren't the best.
So you helping the algorithms?
Yes.
I
They
be
were
click-
pancakes.
I be
they
clicking
were
on
good
them ads
pancakes.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I can't lie. I've bought some stuff from those ads before.
I ain't finna
It
lie.
happens every once in a while.
I have to.
Mhm. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. It's all kind of over my head a little bit. I kind of am learning a lot about just technology and how, the curse of technology and its advancements, and how eventually there will literally be like, it's essentially like a Big Brother type of situation. Like it's going to be.
Have y'all watched The Social Dilemma? I know this is an entertainment, but
No.
I don't want to do it.
watch that. It really goes into like how these social media companies and Gmail and
Oh,
all
that's
that
the
type
one
of
on
stuff
Netflix.
have like literally
Yeah.
engineered everything to specifically like keep you addicted to the apps, like keep you in them and stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't.
wanna
Watch
do it.
that. It's really good and kind of ties into what we were just talking about.
In sports, sad days for the Clippers.
Fuck them niggas,
You know,
man.
Big trash.
wow, just
Playoff P?
who?
Doug Rivers.
He might be gone, honestly. Not
That
gonna
nigga.
lie.
Then they said he might. I thought they said he's staying. Maybe I saw a report.
I don't know, but realistically, I could see him getting fired.
That nigga's throat, boy, has been through some shit.
Oh.
Did he always sound like that? Could you imagine a baby sounding like that? I need some fucking water right
At
now.
least since the Boston day, like as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
I don't like what he sounded like as a player,
I need some
like
fucking
way
milk.
back when. But
That's them damn backwoods and Black and Mild.
Bro, I ever saw a picture of Doc in the '80s smoking black and Miles. I would be. That would
the
answer.
NBA was a wild time, bro.
I'm about to
Back
say
in the '80s, the NBA was wild.
they was
It's
doing.
possible.
Coked up Doc Rivers, bro. That's
You saw how Ron Artest, not Ron. What's that boy? Dennis Rodman did what the fuck he wanted to do. All right?
Ron Artest drinking
Ron
at
Artest
halftime.
too. You're absolutely right. I wasn't lying. I'm sorry. I meant both
early
of them.
2000s. Niggas was in their bag.
Oh yeah, like it was definitely crazy at times. So,
Who y'all got? Lakers, Denver. Who y'all got in that?
Lakers.
Lakers in what?
5. Denver might still win, maybe.
Yeah.
So Lakers in 5. I think I can agree with that.
Mhm.
I think Heat. I think Heat might be in the finals. I think that's it. That's it. And
What's it? Was it 2-0?
It's 2-1.
2-1.
Celtics won on Saturday. night.
Saturday. Okay.
and I would prefer the Lakers to play the Celtics.
I think that would be more entertaining for me.
I want the Lakers to win, so I think that the Heat are just a nastier team.
They are. That's a team of dogs.
They're legit.
Jimmy
They got
Butler
shooters. They got
got the
length.
pack
They got
going.
Period. Right.
who's going to guard Jimmy Butler? Caldwell Pope. It's just a Caruso. I'll probably give a lot of minutes to Caruso or Ron. Yeah.
Mhm. I don't think it's enough size, but I will say I think it'll probably be. I'm gonna go Lakers Heat, and I'm gonna say Lakers in 6 for the finals.
I think so.
I
I think getting over it, not having to deal with the Clippers helps the Lakers' cause. Not having to deal with the Bucks helps Lakers' cause just from a matchup perspective and lack of superstar. Like the Heat, you watch all their games, everybody has 18 points.
No, they don't have a superstar.
Jimmy, every 1 out of every 5 games, Jimmy go for 30 plus, but everybody has 20, 18 points.
Yeah, they spread that's a team that really spreads the wealth.
So it's hard to fuck it, but it's hard.
Because if one of those dudes has an off night, then that's 20 points gone instead of.
Right. But it's also hard to play against them because it's okay, nigga. We say we shut Jimmy Butler to 12 points. Okay, everybody else still has 21. Like it's hard. It's kind of a different way of basketball that we haven't seen in like with these.
It's been a while.
We haven't seen that in a minute.
Yeah, I will say though, I'm really impressed with the Heat. I think that if they can kind of keep this team together, they're going to be good for a number of years to come. They have that young core of Tyler Hero, Kendrick Nunn, both of them being rookies. You got Bam down low in the post. He's an amazing player. So they have a really good young core. So they could be doing some things for the next couple of years, honestly, in the East.
Tyler Hero reminds me of somebody who just plays all of Jack Harlow's greatest hits. That's popping on repeat.
Tyler Hero definitely thinks he's black.
You know what I hate, dude? Him and the quarterback for the Broncos, Locke.
Drew Lock.
But the amount of times the fucking white commentator said he had swagger.
Because they knew a verse to a song.
He did one verse to Young Jeezy, and all of a sudden he has swagger. Like all these nigga quarterbacks who had way more quote unquote swagger.
Swagger.
It's not swagger for black quarterbacks. They're uninterested in football. They're distracted.
I was about to say something very inappropriate. Oh yeah. Okay, never mind. You're right. That's right.
I have some technical things here, okay, guys. So I want you to shut the fuck up and trust me.
Jokes. So can I just pick up where?
Yeah, Torrance, if you would like.
Okay, I just wanted to know because it sounded like you had some issues on your end, and I just wanted to make sure that.
I think we want to make sure that you're okay, Danny.
That's all.
Over there?
Oh, just on your end. It's fine. Giannis won MVP.
Fuck that, man.
I honestly don't know why Spicy Ben Simmons won a second MVP.
It's if you can't.
Did you say Spicy Ben Simmons?
Yes,
yeah,
Giannis is Spicy Ben Simmons. They're the same player.
He's
more athletic, but they're the same player. Think about it.
He's more athletic.
Think about it.
Ben just doesn't shoot threes, but if he did, he'd be the same. He'd be pretty much the same.
Giannis just started shooting threes.
Ben can't shoot threes.
Giannis is, I think, a lot more athletic though.
He's a lot more.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said Spicy Ben Simmons. He's just more athletic, but they're the same player. Ben Simmons is the better passer. They're both good rebounders. They're
but also Giannis
defenders.
is like a monster. Like
yeah, I would say
he's spicy. He's more athletic. He's Spicy Ben Simmons.
That's not a bad take, to be honest, because Ben Simmons. People should admit, but Ben Simmons is a good player.
A great player. He really is. For as young as he is.
Ben Simmons is an all-NBA defender. He's a 20-plus point scorer per game. He can give you 10 assists per game. He just can't shoot outside the paint. That's literally it.
And Giannis is like a little bit more better defensively, athletically.
And he's athletic. But other than that, they're the same damn player.
He probably can't pass as good as Ben.
Yeah, and he's probably he's a worse passer than Ben.
Yeah, that's a good take, bro.
Thank you.
That's that's a good take.
You're upset that you're saying Spicy Ben Simmons shouldn't have won.
LeBron should have won.
Okay.
Easily. Relatively easily.
LeBron's got robbed of 2 MVPs.
LeBron ain't get no votes.
He got 16.
Which is
16 first place votes.
Which is kind of weird.
With the number one team in the West.
When were the votes cast?
It's a regular season award. So I don't know if they were. I guess they wrapped up when the regular season wrapped up in the bubble.
Maybe so, but even still, I feel like LeBron did have some okay games, like not fantastic games towards the end, and even leading into the first couple games of the playoffs. But I just think that I think from a defensive player of the year standpoint too, it's like okay. I don't know. I think we just to look back on this time 2-3 years from now. And to say Giannis was that dominant of a player to get 2 MVPs,
it's narrative
of the year,
it's narrative driven,
and to barely even make it to the conference finals.
They didn't make it to the conference finals.
Yeah, they did. Yes, they didn't. It's like I don't really believe that. I don't subscribe to that.
Also, time for Budenholzer to go. Maybe I know he just won Coach of the Year last year, but you got the 2-time MVP. You can't get to the finals.
So, who do you hire? Like, it worked out for the Warriors.
Well, I'm just saying the way coaches have gotten fired, like Terry McMillan got fired from the Pacers, and he didn't have an MVP on his team. Right. He got bounced by LeBron most year in the.
Got one Coach of the Year, the black dude for Toronto, and what's his name, and got fired the same year.
Dwayne Casey.
Yeah, I mean, that was nuts. So, but what I'm saying is though, like you fire these guys, and then you get like the Raptors now. They got the Nick Nurse guy, and
Nick
it's
Nurse.
like, I mean, I guess they won the title last year with Nurse, right?
Mhm.
He won Coach of the Year this year too, actually.
But he had Kawhi, and then
Mhm.
this year they got booted in the fucking second
Round.
So it's just like you fire these guys. Long story short, I think it's 85% the coach. I mean the players. I'm sorry. That's
It's definitely coaching that takes you
majority.
over the edge at the end of the day. I mean, look, how do
What
you
I'm
think
saying is, if you don't have look at the Heat. They haven't had really good teams since LeBron since Bosh and
since their big three,
The big
the big three essentially. But they've been like somewhat okay and relevant. But then now they had Jimmy and these couple good draft picks, and now all of a sudden they're one of the best teams in the league.
I would say that's coaching as well too, though.
Right, it is coach, right?
Yeah, Spoelstra's shown that he's a good coach outside of LeBron.
Allowed them to be like not, the fucking Hornets and like garbage, like really bad. But also they needed those 3 or 4 pieces. Iguodala.
So, for example, I'll give you a very good example of where coaching has been very important. The Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets took the first round series to 7 games. They took the second round series to 7 games, and they had major injuries and important starting players missing in both of those first 2 series. Mike Malone outcoached the shit out of Doc Rivers.
Yeah,
in that Clippers series, he straight up outcoached them. The Clippers are the best team in basketball on paper. The Nuggets had no business going 7 games with the Clippers.
That's real.
Mike Malone coached them to the Western Coast Finals.
But they also, I mean, I don't know. I agree to a degree, but I also think that you look at that team. Jamal Murray is going to be.
Well, Jamal was also putting up 40, 50 points a game.
Right.
Exactly. And then you got
him
Paul
and Jokic
George
were playing
like,
superhero basketball, but coaching is also very important.
One of the best pure centers, if not the best pure center in the game. So, like I said, I think it's
a mix.
I think it's a lot more of the players, in my opinion, than like in football per se, where like football, schematically, if you really, really have like a strong, in-depth scheme, it might not happen all the time, but I feel like you can really outcoach. There's so many more variables. But basketball, if I got LeBron James and fucking Kyrie, I can win 55 games by just throwing them.
Less variables.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But anyways, this is not a sports podcast. UFC though, last night.
I didn't watch it. I saw that Tyron Woodley got TKO'd.
He should have retired. He's 38. He's lost to this other dude who's fighting Usman, Gilbert Burns, and he's lost this Kobe Covington kid. Woodley, he's old. He's almost 40. And at that level, at that weight class, is 170. Like you lose a lot of your, at heavyweight, you can maybe push to that 40 mark because it's a lot more power. Like Daniel Cormier, who just retired.
Yes.
He was 41 and was still up until this last fight fighting for the championship. He got beat relatively easily, but it was still a competitive fight.
It was. That last fight was competitive. And I didn't watch the Woodley fight. I just saw that the racist Trump dude was doing interviews after he
Long story short, you can just tell that Woodley doesn't have it anymore. Even the desire and even just the physical ability to like explode on somebody and just like.
Yeah, I saw people saying it looked like he damn near retired halfway through the fight, essentially.
He did. And you can tell in these UFC fights because sometimes they can be very violent and other times they can be very boring. Because boxing, you're always punching, whereas UFC, part of it can be just leaning on each other and like wrestling. And sometimes people are just like trying to not get submitted versus like attacking and hurting somebody. So long story short, this is black dude Tyron Woodley versus this racist white boy Kobe Covington. The white boy won. And so, people, of course, are upset. But then the white boy goes on and after his post-fight interview is like, not fuck LeBron James, but I'm tired of the silent majority is going to rise again. And to hell with LeBron, his woke culture. It's like just out of nowhere calling out LeBron James and shit. And even I think post-fight, he was talking to other black fighters and talking shit about them and all this kind of stuff. This Trump metric. Yeah,
I think Trump called him.
Yeah, he called him after the fight.
While he was in the interview.
Yeah, they often do like quick little meet and greets and shit for the media. Long story short, it's just blatant racism. And the UFC is not gonna do anything because Dana White's also a big
And we live in this world where blatant racism is something that is like, I mean, casual. We're gonna let it be. We're gonna let it be what it is.
But we try to act like it's not that racism shit. And it's like, what other reason would you? LeBron hasn't said shit to you, Kobe Covington. What does he say?
Exactly. LeBron is worried about his son smoking weed.
Right.
On Instagram.
Why would he do? Why was he smoking blunts on Instagram?
I think he posted it by accident, or like meant to do it on close friends. I think that he's what 15. It was a stupid high school kid accident.
Sir, okay.
But LeBron is going to wear his ass out day one after he steps out that bubble.
Oh, I
boy.
cannot.
Did you see the video of LeBron on his Instagram story playing the harmonica?
Yeah, nigga.
LeBron was literally sitting there, like not even looking at the camera, just slowly playing a harmonica. I was like, oh, he's thinking of murder, boy. Oh my god.
Your spirituals make you act different.
Okay.
He's about to tear little Bronny's ass up.
All right. He's I'm gonna hit it where it ain't gonna leave no marks. All
Hey,
right.
look, Bronny, you ain't doing anything that any other teenage kid in California ain't doing. But you are LeBron James' child, and you just can't post that on the
You
interwebs.
can't do that. You
But
can't.
that's another.
Just don't post it on the internet.
It's scary about these kids now is we post a lot for sure, but I also find myself almost sometimes going a week without like I'll be on social media, but I don't like share things about myself or what I'm doing, where I'm at. But these kids now, they grew up in it. They share fucking everything.
I almost never post anything about myself like on Instagram. It's usually just like news stories and like current events.
Yeah. And they don't have the mental capacity to be like,
I shouldn't do this.
Even to my friend, like, bro, you're LeBron James' friend. Even if you send that to 20 people,
right?
Somebody about to screen record it, post it. You about to be all like, you got to know who you are, like,
friends,
what that leverage is over you. Like,
just imagine the friends you had when you were 15, and how many of them you still talk to now.
Yeah,
maybe 1 or 2.
One,
right?
Like realistically, one.
Right. From freshman sophomore year of high school. I have like 3 that I know.
Yeah, like friends that I don't like.
Oh,
friends that I talk to like from outside of social media. Like I'll actually text or call. One. Right.
Yeah, no. There are a couple. There are a few, maybe 5. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, if this nigga did it to his close friends, even still, there's gonna be 20, 30 motherfuckers, little Becky's.
Yeah.
He already saw that.
But that wasn't even on his close friends. That was just on the story.
If I'm saying, if he meant to, even if he meant to. Long story short, little Bronny, stop smoking big blunts on Instagram.
Yeah, don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself.
And he was so confident too. It was like,
right? He said they smoking that Nuggets pack. That was a bar.
Don't know Jamal.
Oh my gosh, this is trash. In entertainment, Kanye pissed on his Grammy. It was interesting.
I'm not mad at this Twitter rant that he did. I
am.
For the most part, I'm not mad about it. Like, I get the message that he was saying. I think it's coming from the wrong person because he's doing the same thing to other artists that he's complaining the labels are doing to him. But from like a general ownership perspective of your own IP and your own art,
yeah,
I understand what he was saying.
Absolutely. However, it's watered down because it's Kanye
absolutely
tweeting this.
Well, yeah, there are also tweets.
Yeah, there are also tweets. Number one,
stream of consciousness.
Okay, and like you said, he's doing these same things that he's hollering about people doing to him and what they've done to him in the past. So it's like I get it, but yeah, that
Kanye only goes on these rants when it's and wants black people to come together when it's something that's for his benefit.
He needs this. I'm about to say he needs something. There's something that's about to happen that he needs.
I was reading.
Desires.
There's this music writer. I think she's a manager. Or used to be like a music gazette. Her name is Naima. She writes for it's like at Naima on Twitter. She writes for Vibe too. But she does like really good music breakdowns. She did one on this thread, and she like actually read through some of the contracts he posted because he legitimately posted contracts with Universal Music Group page by page. If I was his lawyers, I'm smacking the fuck out of him.
Because right now
he's like posting actual legal documents and all that shit on Twitter, which is stupid. Yeah. And they're his lawyers like plan of attack. Why would you ever tweet that?
Yeah.
It's just stupid. People try to act like oh, but people that know Kanye, I was around him and he was regular. He sound like, bro,
He's bipolar. That
Right.
happens.
Right. I could, that's what bipolar is. You go have high.
You high and cold.
Right. And I don't give a fuck who you are when you're not high or whatever or cold. The way he tweets and the way he shares information is not normal. I don't give a fuck.
No, it's not.
I get it. George Bush doesn't care about black people was a thing, and we thought it was cool. But even in that one siloed situation, to now do this a way more times, like, because even what he's trying to say, the rhetoric we agree with. The record labels are fucking us, and fucking them, and it's messed up, and corporate structures, all this kind of stuff. But the way you're doing it is so bizarre and ridiculous that it's like that's not normal. I don't care what you say. And it's just kind of annoying to these other famous people that are acting like I was talking to him and he was normal.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. It's like, bro, if you are normal, you don't do shit like this. And not to say we can't like bend the norm how we give information. That's what Kanye's been known for with his music and everything, his clothes. But nigga, posting on Twitter your screenshots of your lawyer about what they're talking about and having to, apologize. Oh, I deleted that tweet because of this and that. And it's like, bro, he's just a mentally ill person that maybe means well half the time, but I still haven't forgot that MAGA shit. So,
well, no, absolutely. I think that really what he's talking about is honestly narcissism, like masked as altruism.
Like it's all
because he's doing it under the mask. Because I'm doing this for everyone. I'm getting everyone's masters back. No, you want your masters, bro. You didn't care about this. You mean like it was one of those things? And going back to that thread I was talking about with Naima, she was like, he must have just read through his contracts for like the first time in a long time, or whatever, and like sat down with somebody and like really looked through his shit or whatever. And then she was saying that he's had all these like giving personal loans to his Kanye presidential campaign and stuff like that. So she was like conjecturing that he might be like looking to scrape up more money for like his political campaign and whatever else he's doing. Because like, why else would you randomly start tweeting about all of your record label contracts that have addendums every 2 or 3 years since like 2001? So clearly they've been revisited every other year.
I'm good on
ridiculous deals.
To me, it's just a big joke. I really don't want to give him any more energy, really personally, because it's just not. It doesn't serve me or anyone truly. It's all very self-serving, and the fact that he's running for president, the fact that he is, a mega head ass motherfucker, is just really, to me, no. I
haven't forgotten the MAGA shit. I haven't forgot the fake political.
Slavery is a choice.
Yeah.
Oh, and then don't get me started with the Nat Turner shit. Stop trying to equate yourself to these actual kings and queens. Stop.
It was funny when you were saying that you were Walt Disney and Steve Jobs 8 years ago, bro. But come on,
them people didn't liberate people.
Please stop it.
Walt Disney is not. He's not someone that we look up to as like, oh, this was a great person that really did something for the people. He just was a smart person who then leveraged capitalism. Same as Steve Jobs.
Exactly.
But don't try to say Nat Turner killed slave owners, bro. Back when he didn't have the technology to be doing that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Kanye's not going to kill the head of Universal or like the CEO of Spotify.
But see, that's like the scary part about it is that like that is the extremist mindset that he's on. That he's on, right? Like and on some Trump shit. Like Trump, like, look, if that's the escape plan, like the whole reason for me, like it sounds like a joke, but like there's going to be some uprising, some scary shit if this motherfucker wins. And if he don't win, it's going to be absolutely shit. And as much as we joke about it, as much as all this stuff, there needs to be something put in place. I'm encouraging all black folk to figure out where they can go to be safe and taken care of, because this shit crazy. Sorry.
We're going to get you a nice little Glock. I have a Glock 48.
And I know people who can give me that without a
Huh? So we gonna move on to the Emmy predictions.
Fucking Omar from the Wire.
That was real Baltimore of you.
Emmy predictions.
You know that
Let's move to
season?
the Emmy
Remember that
predictions.
season? What was that? Season 2, season 3, where Snoop walked in to the Harvard.
Why did you just go?
The Emmys. So
get a gun, sir.
For outstanding comedy series.
You don't have to do this.
Outstanding comedy. You have to go somewhere, don't you? I think you have a place to go soon. So I want to move through this.
Let's talk about. We're concerned about you in this.
Don't be concerned about me. I'm just going to protect myself with how I know how to protect myself. Amen. Amen. All right. The Emmys are on tonight. Cause like, what is legal? If the world is coming to an end and everyone's losing their shit, what? You want me to get a license? Shut the fuck up. Get out of here. Everyone is dying. Everyone is trying to kill everybody. Shut the fuck up. It's Walking Dead out this motherfucker. Absolutely not. I am going to hit up who I know to hit up to get my life set. All right. Emmys are on tonight. We are very excited about the Emmys. As we're all writers, now this is something that, at least for me, I can speak for myself, can't speak for everyone, but I'm really excited for this Emmys, like significantly more than I have been in the past. I've watched the Emmys before, but this one I'm like very intrigued to see who's going to win.
I don't know how it's going to be though. Like, I don't know how the award show is.
Oh yeah, like
is set up. In this virtual Rona world. But I'm interested in how they do that.
Yeah, how they're going to do it in this crazy world right now. But also like who's going to win, what things, like who's written what, like who are these people that are doing these great things. I'm really excited to see what that's going to look like. So we're just going to do 2 categories right quick. Outstanding comedy series. We got Curb Your Enthusiasm, Dead to Me, The Good Place, Insecure, The Kaminsky Method, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Schitt's Creek, and What We Do in the Shadows.
I'm rooting for everybody black.
Okay, so you're going. But is that your guess though?
Yes.
So you're saying Insecure is going to win?
Yeah.
Okay, Torrance.
So I would love Insecure to win. That would be the wildest experience ever if they did win.
I'm rooting for everybody black.
Correct. Well, no, not even. At award shows, yes, but in real life, no. Because not everybody's black. Is all skin folk ain't kin folk.
Amen. Come on, let's write that down. Let's tattoo that on you, on some folk. I think what will win is, I know Schitt's Creek isn't going to win, even though I love the Schitt's Creek, because the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel won last year.
Marvelous Miss Maisel wins like every year. I think it's only been 2 or 3 seasons, so it won the first 2 seasons. I want to say. I'm going to go with the Marvelous Miss Maisel as the winner, but I would like to see Insecure win.
I'm going to say The Good Place. We'll see what The Good Place goes.
That was her final season.
I don't know half these shits, and as a comedian, that's probably not good. But
I've watched all of them except for What We Do in the Shadows and The Kaminsky Method. Those are the only 2 I haven't seen.
Curb. I don't know if Curb will actually win because it's so old.
I don't think it will.
It's just like hey, we're back.
Yeah. I think that's just like a respect to Larry David nomination. Respect for the ages.
Yeah.
And then we got Outstanding Drama Series.
Better Call Saul, The Crown, The Handmaid's Tale, Killing Eve, The Mandalorian, Ozark, Stranger Things, and Succession.
Handmaid's Tale has pissed me off because I want this bitch to get free, and the fact that she hasn't is why I cannot go with that.
I never watched after season 1, honestly.
I
need to.
It would be a perfect depression show to watch.
If you want to feel more pain than
it's
besides
set in like
the
2022.
news.
That's the best part.
I think that's why I didn't watch season 2. So I was like, we already live in this dystopian ass world.
God, ain't it?
And season 1 was just so like dark.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it.
It's set like 2.5 years from now.
Right.
I didn't watch The Mandalorian. I've heard Ozark is amazing.
Ozark is
good.
Yeah, Ozark is great.
I'd like to see Ozark win. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ozark, but I could also see Succession bringing it home.
Oh,
It's an
yeah.
amazing show.
Succession was great. Everyone talked about it. I have not watched it yet, but I heard it was.
really,
Succession
really
is really good.
It's white. It's all white.
I know, which is why I haven't watched it
which
yet.
I know is why it'll be an issue for you, but it's a very good TV show.
I watch Schitt's Creek is all white.
Yeah, but like I know how you be though with TV.
As a racist man, like
Fuck you, Daniel. I'm not. I just prefer my representation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I prefer to see the world that it's represented around me. And it doesn't all include white people. So
yeah, I mean, I know because I feel like you choose to specifically not.
Here we go.
There we go. That bullshit.
White people. Because you remember before we started recording, you was like, man, I can't stand all these fucking white people. I saw at the airport and like, while I'm like, Torrance, whoa, that's a lot. And then you was like, nah, fuck that, bro. I'm gonna say
I said that?
Yeah, you was because remember you was like, no, because remember earlier you was like, bro,
earlier I
all
said
these fucking people at my job, I wish one of these motherfuckers would say something to me. Fuck them. And I was like, Torrance, they still at least they pay you, right? He was like, nah, fuck that. I don't give a fuck about this job.
I said that?
Yeah. And I was like, whoa, Torrance. I mean, there gotta be some redeeming qualities, right? He was like, nah, fucking motherfuckers smell like wet dogs. Fuck them. I said, whoa.
Danny.
Torrance.
The wet thing, dog thing was a little far, buddy.
You said it, nigga.
I said it. I said that?
Yeah, you was like, all these motherfuckers in LA, I can't.
Okay, so we're gonna go into our first sponsor break.
He is, first of all, this is what Danny does. Listeners, this is what Daniel does. He says, Kyle, you said this, Torrance, you said this, and says the things that he thinks. And then masks it as if we're the ones that are saying it. And it's so it's alarming. But we're gonna that's how we let him do his thing.
Let's be serious for 2 seconds. How could I make that up off the top of my head like that?
What?
Podcast is brought to you by Black people and Black opportunities. If you've ever needed an opportunity during the quarantine, this is your time. Go on LinkedIn, go update your resume and shoot your shot. This is your time. And thank you for Black opportunities.
How could I make that up off the top of my head right now? As if his brain don't work unless it's a script.
Right? As if he ain't been saying this for weeks.
As if he don't talk shit.
When have I ever? But for real, when have I ever?
Isn't he a comedian? Isn't this what he does? Is tell jokes off the dome?
Why would I say that though? That doesn't.
What?
Why would I say that? Why would I try to? Why would
because you're Daniel Julian Sellers? What are you talking about right now? What's the real question here?
Why would I try to make something up to just like a smear campaign
to defeat? Oh yeah. Oh, it is a smear slander.
Because you really
campaign.
be like your president, honestly.
I mean, what
and your favorite rapper. So,
a lot of sense.
Nothing new.
Anyways, Danny, do you want to share some news with the world? Are you gonna know what day it is tomorrow and this week?
Today's Saturday, right?
What's tomorrow?
Tuesday.
You go. Sorry, we say my computer froze a little bit.
I froze. Damn, bro, that shit weak as fuck. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Can you timestamp that too, Kyle? You timestamp?
I mean,
nah, it's fine. My computer is shitting itself a little bit, honestly, right now. Hold up. Man, no, it's still going. I don't know what the hell's happening. It's struggling though, whatever it is.
I'm just picking it up on your end.
What'd you say?
I said, as long as it's picking it
up on your end.
It froze though. Torrance, what's wrong, bro?
No, we're into you now, Danny. What's happening with you on Monday? Are you preparing for Monday?
No, I don't fucking know. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to feel.
Are you stressed? Are you stressed out about having to start a new job?
Another fucking Monday.
Are you excited? Because it's not like your old shit.
Yeah,
no, it's some new shit.
This has been probably one of the best summers I've had as an adult. Being laid off in May and having, unemployment and just funds saved up. as
Man,
a
you
mental
like
health.
legit had like a summer vacation.
I legitimately had a.
I'm like looking
I
at
had
the
an
calendar
old,
right now.
And
I
then
had
now
an
he's
old
about to go back to
school.
work.
Yeah, it's almost 4 months.
I had an old school like 7th grade
I know.
summer vacation.
Right.
Like black cousins. I treated this summer like a black cousin
Did
did.
you sleep on a pallet?
Um, no, did I ever sleep on a pallet? No, I did not. But I should have. With a pillow.
just to restore the feeling?
Yeah, to restore the feeling. Just in the living room, me and Jamal fucked up a pallet. I might do that tonight as my last night as a free
Little
man.
nostalgia.
Your new job gonna make you do a what I did on my summer vacation essay tomorrow?
On LinkedIn. So what did he do? No, man. So long story short, yeah, I got a job. I got a job in podcasting. And as y'all know, if y'all don't know, my previous profession, I was in sales and sales management at a couple different tech company, or managed at one tech company, but was in tech sales and leadership and shit, and was doing well and fine, and was one of the youngest managers and on my way. But as y'all could tell by all the other 145 other podcasts, I've hated my jobs to the max. And was able to finally get something that was at least towards what I wanted to do and what I do outside of work, podcasters and that kind of shit. So, long story short, no job is perfect, and we'll see how it is once I start. But I'm very excited about the opportunity. And if you want to know where I work, just check my LinkedIn when this comes out.
Are you doing any like prep to start a new job? Like, 'cause I'm thinking about like what I used to do like the week leading into a new job and all that type of stuff. I feel like it might be a little bit different in the age of Rona, but
the fact that I'm going to be home, nothing. They sent me my keyboard and my monitor, but I don't have the proper desk space to set it up yet.
mm-hmm.
I got to figure that out. But I'll probably just rock the laptop and the Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, bro, I mean, it's quote unquote, I don't have like an outfit to wear. Or I don't need to figure out my commute.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. 'Cause usually I'll do like a dry run, like during my actual commute time, like in the middle of the week to see if that time actually works and all that type of stuff. But yeah, starting a new job in the age of Rona, it's got to be like interesting.
I don't need a haircut, all this kind of shit. I'm gonna just wash my balls and sit on the couch, I guess.
True. Do you have any expectations?
I mean, it's a super small company, like 14, 15 people. So that's going to be very different from what I've done before. There's no IT guy I can just call. There's no playbook that I can look as a reference. There's no peers that are doing the same thing that I can.
Yeah.
So that's probably the most nerve-wracking part of it is, oh shit, I got to do my job plus like a couple other jobs.
Yeah, y'all are in like startup is it startup, right? You said 14 people, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I mean, it is essentially, it's a startup media company.
Yeah, so they have that like real like startup mentality when it comes to like getting shit done or whatever.
There's going to be everyone's going to wear multiple hats, including myself. But it's a high reward because if I do well, then from a stock options, from a leadership perspective, from a experience perspective, I've created a lot of this stuff in this silo, and I can really move fast,
leverage that and move that. Yeah,
whether it's here or somewhere else. So, long story short, I think to get somewhat responsible and or serious, I think a lot of us have been talking to Ashley about this. A lot of us don't like some of the jobs that we've gotten so far. And I think the only way to get jobs that we like are those cool jobs, those interesting jobs, especially if you listen to some of my conversations on the Room podcasts on the 9 to 5 Podcast Network on this same thread. If you're listening, you got to do things. You got to do shit. You got to do your homework. You got to do things outside of your job. This is the first time that I've been able to do that, and it's really allowed me to feel a lot more confident about having a podcast and doing live shows, especially when times when like we didn't want to record, or when we were out of town, or we have family in town like today, or something that doesn't make it. You got Torrance is not in his normal home. He has a family, things going on. So it's like we all have things going on, when parents have gotten sick and stuff that we don't necessarily want to do things, or we didn't want to put up those $200 for a plane ticket or whatever it is, or $300 for a venue. We didn't want to do those things. Or we may not even had the money. We could have used that money for something else, a wedding or a wedding ring or a fucking just rent.
or bills. Yeah, like literally that.
Bills.
Yeah. But you sacrifice to be able to say, hopefully this shit pays out to where I can start pivoting. And we feel like it's such a long time since we've been out of school, but we're all only 28. You know what I'm saying? We still got a couple more years in our 20s. And even once you get to your 30s, it's not like you have to be dead set in on what's going on.
Absolutely.
So it's just a reassurance that you have, if you want something different out of your life, you have to do the extracurriculars that often don't lead to money immediately, or like don't even often lead to an immediate opportunity. You know?
Like, I was actually having like a really similar conversation with Paige yesterday or like 2 days ago, and it was like talking about how when you're kind of pivoting into something new, like before you can reach out to people who you might want to try to mentor you, or try to reach out to talk to someone to get like an informational interview, or even try to get like an entry-level job, you really have to do a lot of that background work, a lot of that kind of self-knowledge to, especially if it's a new field or something you don't have professional experience, and you really need to be able to talk about that topic, be able to like ask the right questions, and really honestly sound like you know what you're talking about, even though you've never really done anything in that. So yeah, kind of what you were saying, like that self work and really that homework to really make sure that you have your ducks in a row.
This was the first interview that I've had in a long time where I really did my pre-work and really thought through shit like hours before my what you call it. And you know, my job essentially is connecting with podcasters to help join different, you know, ad sources or whatever. So I know as a podcast, just whether it's a network or just a podcast situation, we've monetized things here and there or done little ads here and there, or, you know, done tickets and stuff. So we understand the plight of a podcast that wants to monetize, or have tried to monetize, or have monetized merch, or whatever it is. And so during these conversations, if I was someone who just maybe liked podcasts but never did those things, it would have been hard for me to be like really in that conversation and know wholeheartedly like where to take the conversation during my interviews. So like, you know, you just have to. And even me doing stand up and producing shows within stand up, all those things help me out to the max.
And I think I think that's really important. Also, I think that for me, for a while, it was the mentality. It's about shifting the mentality of how you view yourself and the work that you've done. So for me professionally, I've done X, Y, Z things and worked at these jobs. However, outside of that, you know, over the years, I kind of like downplayed my own experience when it comes to music, my experience when it comes to podcasting, my experience when it comes to running a show, my experience when it comes to hosting a show and doing all these things. I've done it multiple times. I went to undergrad for music. I'm, you know, classically trained. I could do these things.
Yeah, talk your shit, King.
And so, no, like, it comes to a point where you have to step back and be like, okay, sure, that may not be what my 9 to 5 is. That may not be what I do there, but my experience is vast beyond that. And so for me to sell myself short, or to sell yourself short in something that you're passionate about, that you're good at, that you have the actual experience to do, is only doing yourself a disservice, because now you're like, oh, well, I only have professional experience this direction. So I think it's about the shift. It's about recognizing and deciding to shift your mentality to be like, you know what, I don't want that anymore. I want this. And like you said, doing the research, knowing what to say and how to say things to really intrigue people, to be like, oh, this person knows the fuck they're talking about. This is somebody I need in here because they're hungry and they know.
Yeah, because like you can't reach out to someone and then be like using like the wrong industry verbiage and like tripping over yourself and looking real stupid, because they're like, why are you wasting my time? Clearly you're not serious about this or whatever. So
it's a lot. And, you know, it's based in LA. So once things open back up, we'll be moving to LA probably next spring or so. But yeah,
turn out
Q2, later Q2. So, so, you know, it's just like, is part of it. It's part of it all. It's part of just what we've been talking about on our conversations. Like I said, in the room conversations. It's just, like you just gotta. It's not even you get like Torrance. Sometimes you have to oversell yourself, but sometimes you gotta just say what you've done.
Mm-hmm.
It's not overselling when you said I've produced shows in different cities.
Absolutely.
I've performed in front of people, or if I've had a podcast for 3-4 years. Like those are real legitimate.
That's what you did. Like it, and I think me and not to cut you off, but me and my best friend, we had a kind of a conversation about the idea of being humble and how people will like force being humble down your throat. But like the true definition of humble is to lower, like basically to diminish your own like importance, right? And like that is what being humble is versus being noble, which is like to understand and to like understand your importance, understand how excellent you are, and understand the gifts and the morals and the things that you believe in and the things that you've done. Like it shouldn't be I have to boast about it, or I have to, like write it on my fucking forehead. No, I just did these things and I'm telling you what I've done and I'm telling you the experience that I have, which is why that's why you need me.
Yeah. Especially when you're in a conversation about getting or gaining opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just having beers with you and you're talking about, I've been to DC and LA to do shows, and you're just like, nigga, we're talking about the Clippers. It's like, that's weird. But
time
nigga,
and place.
You're trying to get a job, bro, or you're trying to at least network with somebody that can help you get a job or whatever. It's like, you got to big yourself up. So long story short, I'm just happy for myself to once again, to your point, not to be too humble. It's like, who knows? I could get in the job and they could hate me and I could hate it. But I know that at least I know how to get a job.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably going to happen.
I probably feel like they're going to hate you.
Realistically.
You may like the job, but they probably going to hate you.
I mean, we know you, so I mean,
wishing them the best. Like,
they're in for a doozy.
Nigga, Danny Layman full, boy.
Don't fuck with that money, boy.
Oh, dust ass nigga. No, but yeah, no, it's tight though, So even if this doesn't work out, which I hope it does, and I hope I can do good work for them and do right by them, and it's probably the first time I've been this energized about a job beyond just a paycheck.
Is your first goal going to be to sign the Joe Budden podcast?
No, yeah,
with 360.
Yeah, 360 deals. That's my thing. I'm a big 360 deal guy.
Yeah, locking everybody into at least 6 or 7 year 360 deals.
But let me see that contract.
Let
me see your Nah, I think they got too much wiggle room. Let's tighten that up.
360's
fucking biggest loud.
All the IP is
all
mine.
The IP. I own it all. I actually own your voice. You think you own your voice?
The name of your show? Mine.
The way you speak, the way you say that's mine too. Like,
thank you for coming. Everything here is mine. So I remember you thought about something that one time. That's also mine.
That's also mine. I mean, this is my shit. But no, this is great news, Daniel.
Yeah, we are very happy for you.
Very, very happy. Can't wait to hear all about it.
Yes.
This is good in the right direction.
It's for the real street niggas. So LA, I'm coming. Me and Ashley are coming when things are. Me and Ashley and Jamal are coming.
I thought you about to leave Jamal in Chicago.
I would love to leave Jamal in Chicago.
Oh my gosh.
Me and Jamal, we beefing right now. We like go back and forth.
Hey, you're gonna have your other dog nephew in a couple weeks.
Oh, shit.
Me and Paige's dog is coming. Puppy is coming soon.
Oh, what y'all get?
We're getting a mini golden doodle.
Oh,
it'll be here.
Wait, is that the fried chicken dog?
Yeah.
They got a fried chicken dog, y'all.
How big is it gonna get? Like 30 pounds?
Yeah, like 20 to 30 pounds max.
That's big.
Y'all are a fantastic little white couple. That's so cute.
Child, in an affluent
and
area.
it'll be damn near potty trained by the time it gets here too. So,
how old is it?
It's like 4 weeks right now. We talked to a lady on FaceTime the other day to like pick it out or whatever. Cause, they come home at 8 weeks or whatever. And she's like, we started potty training this week, so they should be pretty good to go by the time they get there in a couple weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
We went to the pet store and that nigga had zero. We got Jamal the first day we let him out and we try to get him to piss.
Mhm.
And as soon as we got in the foyer of our apartment, he took the most massive shit in the middle of the foyer, and we didn't have any fucking paper towels. So the next dog that I get, I'm trying to go to a breeder that
Yeah, that's
like
what we did. We went to a.
expert with the breed, and they can like actually.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, we found a breeder like online or whatever
Mhm.
through a website, and she has multiple. Like she's had 2 litters that were born or whatever. She's real into all that dog stuff. So we was like, oh, bet.
You know what you're doing. I trust you to give me the best dog.
What are we watching?
I watched The
Or-
Boys
I'm
last
sorry,
night. I saw you
did we
wrote
say
that down.
for Rona?
Hmm?
Did we forgot to say new job expectations for Rona?
Nah, it's all right. We can skip it.
Yeah, I'll give. Yeah, my expectations before this were sleeping on the couch until 1 o'clock.
My expectations is to collect a check. I've been watching The Boys on Amazon season 2.
I've been watching that too. I'm on season 2 now. I didn't watch. I binged the first season. Now I'm on the second season.
Okay.
It
So
was
you like
times where
just
it was
recently
kinda-
started it.
Yeah, it was times where it was hard to follow.
Mhm.
Like I didn't fully understand the whole backstory with the boys and like the Asian chick in totality. I need to maybe watch some recaps because it's like what are they trying to do? I didn't
Tear
at
down
first I
Vought,
understood,
essentially.
but
It
then
doesn't
it's
make sense like how they all came together, and I don't fully remember all the details of season 1 because I watched it in real time. But
yeah,
they're like going against Vought essentially.
I never finished it. I only watched like the first few episodes of.
like why is the Asian brother still like they're trying to keep him captive?
Yeah,
It's all these different things.
I don't know. Season 2's been pretty decent so far,
Okay.
though. I
Maybe I
watched the
should
latest
finish it.
episode last night. It comes out on Friday. It comes out on Friday nights on Amazon Prime. Your phone's over here.
Oh yeah.
Charger. So yeah, I really like that. I told you we were talking off mic, but I started Boomerang, the TV show, developed by Alina Waithe. It's on BET. It's been 2 seasons. It's a decent little 30-hour dramedy type show. The little brother from Everybody Hates Chris is the lead. I'm not super sold on him, but it's like essentially.
Oh yeah.
It's like kids. They're supposed to be like about our age, so it's just like an interesting little show to watch.
I've been rewatching Girlfriends. That's been interesting.
That's next on my list to start because I never actually watched it all the way through.
Yeah, me either. Like, it's like funny black shit. Like, I've watched all of them thus far that have come out. So like Sister, like that one holds. Like that one, like like it's a good series. Like it's a bomb ass series.
Yeah.
All the way through, pretty much. But Moesha, I couldn't finish. Could not finish Moesha.
I'm not gonna rewatch. Paige has been rewatching it, and so like I've sat in and watched like a random episode here or there, but I don't feel the need to watch. 5 seasons of Moesha or whatever.
I've been trying, but I can't even finish Moesha. I'm gonna do a Torrance Guy Notes on Moesha just because I'm real pissed off at Moesha.
Some of the episodes were like funny, but I was just like, oh damn, she was an annoying ass teenager.
Everybody was annoying as hell.
And Frank was a terrible daddy. We all know.
That's what I keep hearing, and that's hilarious. He had a kid out of wedlock, and he was just an asshole, you know.
But see, that was also another thing with Moesha was like, that was like what the writers did, and basically Shirley Ralph was like, that was trash, like to do that to him as a family man or whatever, like basically tarnish his name as like a good father in this way, a very overprotective father, but like whatever.
Very overbearing.
Yeah, super overbearing, and like it was just a weird way of ending it. Basically, I didn't see the ending, so maybe we'll rewatch it one day. But I've been watching a lot of those. What's next on my list is Ratched.
Oh, it's really good. Paige and I started that.
Yeah, I can't wait to start it. That one's with Sarah
Paulson.
Sarah Paulson. It's a Netflix series that just came out.
I don't think Ashley started it. I don't think she liked it though.
Like American Horror Story type of thing.
It's the precursor to the book One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, essentially. If either of y'all read that in high
I
school.
did not read that, but I'm familiar with that. So I'm gonna watch that. And then also obviously, I did an episode for Lovecraft Country. That's my shit.
Ooh, can't wait for
that.
That
is my shit.
Can't wait for episode 6. We all talked about it over text, but Woke on Hulu.
I did not start it yet.
Woke is really good. There's only like 8 episodes. It's a pretty quick watch, but it's a solid show.
Tell you what, Hulu and FX, they're really
FX is doing this thing. Yeah.
Also for the people who watch animated like adult cartoons, Archer came back with a surprise season 11. It's like an animated spy series or whatever.
Is it good?
It's okay. I've only seen like 2 episodes. It's
All
decent.
of it is on Hulu?
Not on Hulu, FX. I think.
Oh, FX. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
But it was supposed to end at season 10, so we all thought it was gone. And the other day they're like, surprise, season 11. So if you're into that show, it just came back. I thought so. Yeah. Final thoughts?
wow. I don't know my final thought. My final thought is just fucking. It's been a great fucking summer for your boy, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think sometimes bad news is the best news you could ever get. Getting laid off is never convenient.
Mm-hmm.
With you get a severance or you got money saved up or whatever, it's less money coming in than you probably had before. I know it was for me.
Lemonade out of lemons.
Yeah, but I think I was able to see my family a lot more than I would have this summer without it. I mean, my sister's here now. Got to see my brother. Got to see my sister and my mom during 4th of July. Saw Ashley's mother and sister multiple times this summer. Like, we saw family a lot more than we would have probably if I was working.
Yeah.
Especially those 4th of July trips and seeing my little brother. So, the world's in a fucked up place and there's a lot of things going on racially and specifically in our neighborhoods and stuff like that. But ultimately, I think I just tried to do something every day to be productive. And some days, I might have sat on the couch and watched TV longer than others. But I feel like I did something for the most part every single day, whether it be scripts or fucking whatever, or looking for jobs. Able to find something that I think overall I'm coming out better than. I don't know if I would have had a new job by now if I kept my old job. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's true.
That's a huge blessing, really.
Torrance?
These are hard ass times. Love on people, without reserve, because things are just looking real bad right now. So love on those that you love as much as you can, because why not? What you waiting on? What you hold on for? Loving them folks.
Yeah, mine's very similar to Torrance. It's been a rough 2020. Just remember that you've survived every day of this year so far, as shitty as it's been. So just try to keep pushing through in whatever way that works for you. Like Danny said, some days you might be on the couch for longer than others, watching TVD all days. Other days you might be super productive. So just find that balance that works best for you. Because that's a real individual thing. So, yeah, keep trucking as best you can.
Never would have made it.
Yes.
Yes, preach it. Yes, come through.
Yes.
Never could have made it.
Episode 146.
Like 2020, like some gunshots on top of this, or like some air horns or something.
If you had gunshots over Never Would Have Made It, that's the most.
Boop, boop. Yeah, gotta have some energy to it. Some 2020 energy. Honestly, let's be real. 2020 is like Black Air Force One energy. Like,
oh, for sure. This is Feli's. This is Black Feli's energy.
Yeah, like it's dark matter. It's just negative 2020 energy. So yeah, like you gotta put some extra funk on. Never would have made it.
I gotta get the gunshots on the soundboard next. But I gotta go. But episode 146 of the 9 to 5 podcast. This has been fan-fucking-tastic. We're all doing big things. Check out Torrance Got Notes. Is that up on the feed yet or no?
Yep, it's on the YouTube. It's
not to the podcast feed though.
Oh, not on the podcast feed. Actually, I need to put that up there. So yeah, so I'll strip it and put it onto SoundCloud, and Spotify will be up there soon. So
yeah, but you can view, if you watch on YouTube, you can see Torrance's facial expressions, which is why I watched. I put it up on my big screen TV. You know what I'm saying? Got to get it all.
My desktop. I use it as my desktop wallpaper.
And you know what? I'm just kind of embracing the fact. So, which is why I also dyed my hair to look like Heat Miser. I don't know if y'all can tell in this, but
it's not that red.
I feel like I look like Heat Miser, so it's fine. But I'll be doing more episodes of that. Can't wait to to have y'all be welcomed into my facial expressions that I hate, but everyone seems to fucking think are fucking hilarious. So
Because they are.
get ready for the shits.
Yeah. It's been real.
Peace.
Deuces.